Ho ho ho, pioneers! I hope you're well. My name is Bed, and this is Satisfactory, and it's Ficsmas time. And today, the factory must grow. More festive. Fantastic. So there's number 9. Then we've got number 10. This will be over in just a second. Oh, cool. Ficsmas hat. I love it. Ooh, that was a hard one. If you don't want any spoilers on where the numbers are, look away now. Here's 11. It's the toughest one I've had to find yet.
It would be such a shame if you accidentally dropped this. Such a shame.
So sassy. Okay, now we're on to 12. Oh, I love that.
A reminder that human creativity does have its limits, considering their obsessive insistence on continuing to make slightly different versions of every Ficsmas song ever imagined.
I can't argue with that. Here's 13. Perfect. On to 14, and it's actually the 15th today, so we can do a bonus one this episode.
This data cartridge enables the last branches of the Ficsmas man tree to be unlocked, which means we will both be celebrating the end of this event soon.
Fantastic. Does that mean this is the final Ficsmas episode? Probably not, right? We'll do at least one more and go through and open all the gifts. And here's 15. Oh, a cheeky little hard drive. I love it. Let's get over to the Ficsmas Factory. Oh yeah, I forgot about that factory. Maximum effort. Let's see what we needed to unlock that. We need 200 and 400 of the mixed balls. Oh dear, I didn't collect this. Means we're gonna have a while to wait for that. But that's okay, because I really want to, I think, redesign the factory again. I know, I feel like we've done that so many times, but I'm in a Ficsmas mood, and so we should probably decorate. And first things first, over here, there we go. We need to unlock the next unlock. So let's do it. Ficsmas Tree Upgrade 3.
The tree is prettier now, you have more parts to progress the Ficsmas event, and there are 2 new unlocks available. Now for the actually important news, Pioneer 83CKY has disabled the Ficsmas event because, quote, it's totally non-inclusive and immoral, actually. I mean, like, there's so many people, like, not having fun right now, and I feel like so bad for them, you know? Why should I have fun when other people are like counting on me to meet these super important deadlines? It's just not right, unquote. Totally agree. Now, back to work.
Soon enough, Ada. I don't even believe that Becky is real. We need snow, bows, candy canes, bows, wreaths, and what's a wreath? Unlock snowballs. Amazing. What is the recipe? Oh, cool. Made in just a constructor with snow. Very, very cool. All right, what else do we have? Need to make 500 stars, which we need to unlock this one first. So we need wreaths, and we need more of those. What are those ones called? Ornament bundles. Now that the Ficsmas Factory is ready to take its permanent form, we should, I think, pick an entryway, a direction. I've missed a whole bunch of these. I didn't notice until just now. Should probably pick an entry point so we can start building an entryway and a proper factory. Now, I liked the idea of having the trucks and stuff drive in right here when they're going into this bottom level. But now I'm not sure if that means that I should have the entry on the same side. Is this, what do you think? I'll have to decide before you can give me feedback. My worry is that if I need to build steps or something like that, that I don't want them to go down onto this road. There's also gas and roads everywhere. Okay, I've decided. Let's just put it kinda this way. We can destroy those gas rocks. fact, maybe that's what we'll do. But not quite yet. So what do we need to do? Let's clear a little bit of this space out. We want the floor to follow this angle for right now. Yeah, just something like this. Okay, and now we can zoop up some vertical. Something like that. Now what I'm thinking is... Oh, what am I thinking? Something like this. I think I want a little bit more depth on this wall. Let's build that up. And then build it out. Something like that, but a little bit maybe further into the... Further in. There, like that. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Let's get some snow dispensers. Now, what color do we want the floor? I'm thinking red. Ooh, but you know what material we should do? Coated concrete. Okay, let's start small in case we change our mind. And then let's try a bright red. Now let's put some gates in, like, in the wall. Something just exactly like that. We get another one in there. So thinking about how I want to redo this, the trees generate 15 presents per minute, and a lot of the machines require less than that. So it would work out to just, instead of merging all of the lines into GIFs like this and then splitting them all off into machines like that, I should be able to pretty easily make just little Christmas modules where we'll just have a tree going into the appropriate machine. But I want to put them on a pedestal because I like doing that best. Now I'm not really sure how I want to do that. This would be kind of cool to use this foundation. I'm not sure I've ever used it before. That's kind of cool. It even kind of looks Christmassy. And then we could just put, say, like a smelter on top. That is kind of slick. I like that. I missed. It's a little jagged though. What if we do something a little bit smoother, like these? These I have used before. That looks like it's going to be too small. Small for a constructor. It looks kind of puny for a smelter. Let's spread them out. Let's build a blueprint so I don't have to do this over and over again. I liked where we were going with that smooth, but it just wasn't big enough. So let's make it bigger. Maybe something like that, and then we could put like a foundation between it, right? That's not curved. How about a quarter pipe? Yeah, okay. I like this. This is gonna work. Yeah, okay, and so another idea I had laying in bed the other day was kind of decorating the machines with the Christmas lights. Let me show you. Let me just show you. Put a smelter down on this. And we kind of want it to be right in the middle. So something like that. Yeah, and then we'll have the red floor. Do we want to do coated concrete for this as well? And we're probably going to want this like white, right? It'll contrast the red really nicely. And then will this hold the constructor and the foundry and stuff as well? It will. It's a little small for a foundry, but I think it works. What about a constructor? And we do need an assembler. We might have to build a specialty one for the assemblers. That's a little bit wider. I don't know. That's close. Oh, it's too short in the length-wise. It's okay in the width. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's go with a smelter. So right there, and then right here in the middle. Yeah, I think right there. It's the closest. All right. Now we'll run the power lines up top. Oh, I could do a double power. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud here. Check this out. Here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna have ceiling at some height, probably higher than that. Yeah, probably just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's actually pretty good height, I think. And then something like that. Right there, I'm gonna want Mark 3. Let me go get Mark 3. Okay, perfect. So now we've got, we're gonna do a double wall outlet. Oh, we can't put it right there. Can we do a double wall outlet up and down? How can we do that? With a roof piece, maybe? Ah, yes, the answer was a beam. So right here's where we want it. So let's grab a beam. And then doesn't matter. And then let's put the double power outlet like that. Now let's see, what would we want there though? Like a roof? A roof piece maybe? You know what though? Maybe let's try just running on a beam. We could just have the beams going everywhere, holding the power. So now all this to say, I don't want to decorate this so that they come down. Oh, here, Ficsmas. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to use this as decoration. Oh no, I want it to be a wall outlet. We're gonna have to place those first, I think. I know that works in general. It must be because we're in a blueprinter. Let's get rid of the wall and then add more of the wall outlets. I can't remember why I wanted the double now that I'm talking about it. I think a single would work. Here, Ficsmas power lights. Let's just say I want to be a little bit more festive now, right? So that's the whole point. There. That I like. Alright, so that's how we're going to do our machines and stuff like that. Let's change that though to something like a copper finish or unpainted. That works too. Alright, it's time to start tearing this down. So let's get rid of all these trees and then all of these gift lines and the mergers and the faster belts. Before I put down my first factory, I do want to, let's see, add a little bit of more decorations here to the front entrance, like where you walk in. So let me kinda, yeah, run the foundations like that just to make this a little bit easier. And yeah, we'll have No cannons. Like, let's see, all the way up right there. Just trying to, we're just spitballing ideas here, right? So let's build it all the way up. And then kind of straight even 9, 10. And then what if we do another one all the way down? So now you walk in and you get blasted. I love it. All right, now let's have maybe like some snowmen greeting us. Yeah, candy cane pointed that way looks good. They're hard to see. Alright, and now let's do a snowman, and he'll be kind of angled at an angle that way. We'll measure him 1, 2, 3 from that side there. Why is he not angling for me that way? What was your secret? Am I dumb? Why was that guy able to go at all these other angles?
This went on for several minutes. Poor man.
Well, whatever. Here, I can steal his angle. Like that. And then we'll have to just move him, I guess. No, that's not going to work. Oh, it is going to work. How? So creepy. That's good enough. I'm frustrated by this. Let's put this back now. Alright. A mess of messy and loud, but very festive. Welcome to the Ficsmas Factory. And then now we can build the factories out here somewhere, so I don't think it really matters where. Let's try putting that blueprint down. So we're going to go to our Ficsmas Factory and put down our first Ficsmas blueprint. Something like that. Really doesn't matter where, I don't think. Gonna kind of have them spread everywhere. And this is gonna be just for red ornaments. I love it. How big are those trees? Let's run that further, like this. Like that, I think. I'm messing up my hotbar. I should make a Ficsmas hotbar here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for that stand. We'll do 8 for coated concrete, and then 9 for red and 0 for white. Perfect. And now we can put the gift tree. Of course, I just put it on my hotbar, and then of course I still use my menus because that's who I am. Just give it a nice Mark 1 belt, and it's gonna generate presents. Now what if we put down like a container? And then ran a belt into it. I love it, actually. Then we can have this down on the ground floor so we can see what's in it. I just clean up a little bit. Plug in some extra awesome sinks so we can get rid of all of these excess materials because we have a ton. Okay, I think for this next machine, we're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna turn it. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of move it. Yeah, just out of the way so we can put that back. Awesome. Should probably load up the blueprint and change it because I think we're gonna probably have to make this change on all of them. Not really too much work to do though. Here's a gift tree again. we go. Mark 1 belt. Plug it in. And this is going to be blue ornaments. You know what we could do? We could add some lines. That's kind of cool. Does make me think we should probably line those up now so they're even. But I'm not going to get bogged down by that. That doesn't sound fun. Really need to figure something out for this. This is on that coal node, and it's sending the coal over to that truck. This is the fuel coal node. Coal node for all the fuel, for all the trucks in the world so far. So I really need to figure something out. I think what I'll do is just wall this little part off. I don't care if it's got like a little part cut out. Imperfections, make builds and things. Nice. Alright, I think for the next one we'll just kind of put it right there, line it up into the middle. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then put that storage container right there. There we go. Oh wait, what's next? Ooh, we're into the constructor phase. Now, can I just swap this out for a constructor? Is that going to work okay? I think it'll work okay. Yeah, I think that works well, actually. Now we'll make Ficsmas tree branches. Perfect. Now let's grab a bunch of the items. Store all. Grab a bunch of these. So we don't need to remake them all. And anything extra we will sink. This is a good little routine we're in. We're going to want to put the big Christmas tree right that we're going to decorate kind of right in the center, I think. Doesn't have to be exactly in the center, but kind of in the general. It's definitely on line with this. It doesn't have to be in the center east to west direction. But I want it to match that, the door, so you walk in pointed at it. Yeah, let's do that right now. I want to mess with a concept that I have been thinking about for quite a while. It's nothing revolutionary, but simply raising a foundation ever so slightly, kind of like how we stopped Z-fighting, but to use that to make, for example, in this case, like a pathway. So how do we do that, right? Well, usually we do it by, we'd use like a pillar, and then you can use like a walkway. Add the catwalk intersection. Why can I not do it on that side? When I'm trying to, I can do the catwalk section there, and then it acts like it's intersecting that thing. Maybe it's this candy cane, I'm not sure. Or maybe one of these? I've no idea. It's these doors are messing with me. Yes, okay, so it's definitely that, and it wasn't my imagination. It was driving me crazy. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to take this and we're gonna raise it up ever so slightly. Kind of like that, maybe, right where it turns blue? And we'll have the slightest lip right there. Yeah, like I said, this isn't revolutionary, but I've never used that concept to make a raised path before. So now, even though this floor right here is gonna run like that and be red, this floor doesn't have to be. And what this floor can do is now we can zoop it straight out like that. And we can actually make it red. But you know what? We want to make it the same red. Yeah, and we're gonna use these to market, like, oh, I don't know, or maybe like a double line? Something like that. There, yeah, so now it doesn't look all that different. Doesn't feel different. But it's cool because now we have variety. Like, we've got these foundations going this way, but this one's ever so slightly raised. Yeah, or maybe the path is better. Oh no. Yeah, very cool though. Perfect, and now that can lead right to wherever we want the giant tree, which is going to be, let's see, probably somewhere like right here-ish. Let's kind of mark that. And let's get a feel for how big this is again. Okay, it's big, but it's not that big. In fact, remember that little attempt I kind of like the idea. Building some sort of crazy dais for it. Right? Like have that. Put these like this, and then what we can get some ramps, or what else would fit here? I kind of like that, to be honest. Yeah, I love that. Let's bring some power over. Let me grab a power line so I can keep my hover pack. Yeah, this is a cool pattern. How was I just doing this if that's exceeding the nudge distance? I swear I'm losing my mind. Oh, you know what? I think it was, yeah, this way. Alright, well, I'm gonna play with this and get it to work. It worked on these other sides. It should work on that one, I would think. Alright, you know what I can do? That worked. So I'm just gonna do that, is turn this into a 2 high instead of a 4 high. So like, I should be able to just put it like that, and then, yeah, it's not same, but it's not that different. And I'm okay with that. It gives me the same cool shape without thinking it's the same buildable. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool shape. I think I might add a little bit more even, like, oh, we could do that. It kind of looks, kind of trying to build out like a, it's like a star feeling. Maybe either brown or like brown or green, maybe. Have I ever painted anything brown? Can you get a cool brown? How do you get a really brown brown? Pretty chocolatey brown. Matte brown, maybe? Okay. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't love it. But I don't hate it. So let's just go with it. Ficsmas, giant Ficsmas tree. And we're gonna want that centered. Right there. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Oh yeah, it's all decorated now. Make sure we don't have any floating presents. Oh man. It's like this tree was made for this base. I'm so happy. Very, very pleased. This It's been a pretty fun event. It's nice to have something to do when I'm taking a break from certain things. Cinder will be done soon, and we'll have a pretty long well, I don't know actually know how long the episode will be. All we have to do on each portion of it is just me figuring out how I want to say decorate it, and then doing it on all 9 floors. So it's the actual filming part is probably only a minute or 2 for each portion. We know we're going to need a constructor, so let's replace that. And pick a recipe. Candy cane. 15 Ficsmas gifts, perfect. Add its gift tree. Mark 1 belt. Storage container. Mark 1 belt. And let's just keep going, right? Let's there. There we go. This will be Ficsmas bows. 10 per minute is totally cool. There's pretty good. Let's see what we're dealing with first. I can't remember. Didn't bother to look and see what everything is. There's not. I don't really have a rhyme or reason, so I don't care about this order at all. Like what machines are where. I do just know I need to leave some room for some bigger areas. Oh, and you know what? We have the iron and copper over there. Maybe I should put the modules that need those over there instead. That would be wiser. We'll see if we can fit them in, otherwise we can move it. This doesn't take long. You know what? This is just actual snow. Do we care about actual snow? Yeah, we can care about everything. Let's redo that somehow. Something like that. Is that too much room? Let's see, we just need the trees to sit on, but we need 2 trees. I never said what I was thinking. We need 2 trees for this one. If we do it like that and then add a merge. And let's change the material to concrete to match all the other ones that we've done. And let's see. I don't think we need we don't need 2 lanes like that. We do need power. And we can bury this in here like that. Oh dear. What have I done? Something like that. There we go. How did I put it something down there? Yeah, I put it underneath somehow. That was kind of messed up. There, and then last but not least, once again, we can just embed that in. Something like that. Turned out pretty cool, I think. Let's do the snowballs now. We need 15 snow per minute. I don't think I care too much about making this super duper efficient, like 100%. I don't think I care. And then we'll put another constructor right there. Just do what we did last time. There, and now we'll have... Oh, we need a storage container. And we've got our first snowballs. Now this won't run at full efficiency. We're only getting, what, 10? So it's only going to run at 2/3 efficiency. That's fine. They'll stockpile. Alrighty, let's see what's next. Ah, yes. Copper and iron ornaments to make and ornament bundles. And then wreaths. I just looked, didn't look while talking, but let's look at what the wreaths are. So wreaths are Christmas tree, branches, and ornament bundles. Let's do something. Let's move the blue and the red ornaments over here. Let's get rid of our awesome sinks and our little machines. We can bring these back. What do we have over here? Cheeky little wall hidden dismantle crate. I don't like that. You know, I just realized I might have built some of these too close. The pattern we have over there is 1 and then 2 and then a third foundation to be the wall. That didn't make sense. Let me illustrate what I'm talking about. So we've got these red foundations and they're good and grand and I love them. But we need, so here's the second layer straight in, and then we're gonna have a third layer, which is the wall. Like so. So that one's not too close, which is lucky. This one might be. And it's touching that white. Let's see if we hate it or if it's okay. Oh. Right. The amount of overlap is not gonna be awesome. I wasn't thinking about that. I'm not sure why or how I made that little oversight. Well, instead of using foundations then, what if we try some sort of wall? I understand that I didn't sound confident there. I didn't feel real confident either, but I mean, yeah, the walls are gonna have the same overlap, right? Yeah. No. Put it somewhere about here. Red ornaments. That looks good right there. This should be blue. We've got iron on this side, so kind of just drop one down. See where we think it should go. Now these were foundry, if I'm not mistaken. So let's pull one out. Yeah, foundry. Iron Ficsmas ornament. So we need blue ornaments. Oh, that's right. Alright, so let's expand this a bit. Think about this a second. We need one tree to go into one smelter to make blue. And then we need iron, so we need 2 smelters. Let's see if let's kind of do what we've been doing, I think. Maybe a little bit wider. And then grab a smelter. Let's just mess around a little bit. Let's try a smelter. Yeah, this is gonna be perfect. So this needs to make blue. We definitely can afford the power shards, right? So let's just make our life easier. This would be different than everything we've done before. You know what? We can put this, I think we can put that one step closer. And that would even make our belt, even out of straight mode, be straight. Yes, that's gonna be perfect. So, except that's wrong. That's wrong. This will be for iron. And on this side, it'll be for the trees. So, like that. This will be blue Ficsmas ornaments with 1 power shard to get us the 15 per minute. And then this will be iron ingots. The next thing I want to do is eliminate this, like we talked about. Now, I don't want it gone, because it's important. And then we just need to hide this. I need to, let's Yeah, let's bring the power line down there as much as we can, and then see if we can't... See if that is visible. No, it's not. And let's plug it in before we forget, though. There. Out of sight, out of mind, and all that. Just gonna quick bounce around and do all the walls so we can see what we're working with. Okay, now. Building the walls. How cool does it look now? Got the walls and the ground done. It was just a little bit of busy work so we can move forward. Let's grab another blueprint and start working on our copper. How many are we making over here? We are making 5. That's cool. We'll make 5 of this one as well. Perfect. Copper Ficsmas ornament. Plug that into power and that machine into power. This is copper ingots. So this needs to be red. And we need 2 power shards to make 10. And now this will stay the same otherwise because we still only need 10 Ficsmas gifts. And I'm actually missing ornaments again. So go stock up. But I'm not going to waste dimensional depots for this. Though we do have probably quite a bit of Mercer spheres. 51. Holy moly. I think we've unlocked everything as well with them. So I think that's purely the number of dimensional depots we can use. Maybe we should put these in. No, we shouldn't. Since space is a concern, and this is low importance, I think instead of rebuilding these to make ornament bundles, we'll just take the output. Okay, let's run another blueprint. And this is going to be, wait, an assembler. Here we go. And now, let's put it over here. Put it over here. Make that part too wide. We'll do one there. One there. Does this make sense? And then we'll fill in these corners. There, something like that. And now we'll put an assembler on it. This will kind of be its own special thing. So those bundles are kind of special. Okay. Let's just do that. Honestly, I think that'll be cool. We just turn on straight mode, go 1, 2 like that. And then if we run the belt, so we could take a smart splitter. Left output will be overflow. There. One, 2. There, and I like that. And it's in the hashed part still, so we know to be careful. Now, should we do the same thing right here? I think it's fine to do it this way with overflow. Just gonna take a while till we get any, which is okay. Now, right will be overflow. Oops, except that's obviously wrong. There's no wrong answer except that one. When you're learning to brainstorm in school, there's no wrong answer. Like, yeah, well, did you hear Jimmy's suggestion? Because holy shit, the kid is not bright. Now we'll just grab a container to catch all the goodies in, and they'll be ready to be used elsewhere. One thing I want to remember to do is go back and let's just do it right now. Colors, unpainted. And I'm gonna take the paint off. Oh, I like that too. Take the paint off all the machines and belts and splitters. Okay, and now that the factories are kind of growing together, like I put that assembler there, and now I would mark the floor here. The floor demarcations have just grown into kind of a mess. So I think I'll take all the patterns off. I think by decluttering, we will actually help distinguish it better. I think already that looks better. So I should have built this in a blueprinter. No, it's fine. Let me take a glance at this again. Took a break, stepped away for dinner, so this isn't as fresh in my mind as I'd like to duplicate, so... Alright, now I'll paint up the base, grab another assembler, and then this will be for the wreaths. Yep, exactly the same. Oops. Oops. What is... There we go. Not trying to hit enter. I need to click the mouse button. I don't know what I'm having a stroke or something. Unpainted for that. And now we want... No, we want belts. Mark 1, straight mode. 1, 2. There we go. Now we've got branches that we need, the ornament bundles that we need, and now we just need a little bit of power. And Ficsmas wreath. And since I want to finish this episode so I can edit it and release it, let's drop in some summer sloops and power shards. So there, now that's only going to be 10 minutes, and then we can make our last unlock. And let's try out a snowball. I love it. Does it hurt? I've never thrown one before. That was awesome. That was really cool. Really cool. So cool. We're gonna want to stockpile them. You know, I was just thinking about wrapping up this episode and saying again that we'll finish up and we'll do the last unlock later in the month after we check all the advent calendar. But watching me open the advent calendar is probably not that interesting, so I don't think we probably need to do that. I could probably just do the last episode and finish up next or soon. I'd like to really get Cinder done. I'm so close. So close. Yeah, that looks slick. So I think we could just use the same brown. And I want to paint like just the bottom 2 or 3 in maybe like an almost random array like this. To be almost reminiscent of something like trees, tree branches, and then we'll do like a green. There's an unused swatch. I think 3 is unused so far. And we'll do like a Christmas green. The rest of the way, something like that. And then, you know what, we could even do like a light blue for the sky scene. Let me get kind of view so I can see what kind of aesthetic it looks like. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think it's kind of cool. I realize now that you'll be able to see it on the outside, and that's not very cool. Yeah, I love that. Kind of gives us a forest winterland feel. And that's perfect. Pop down a MAM and check and see what we need. We need 500 bows, 200 bundles, and 100 wreaths. We have the wreaths. We have the 200 bundles. And where are the bows? 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 Hello, bows. We need 500 bows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's drop them in the MAM. Check out the recipe for the star. And then I think we'll call it good, and I'll do one final episode where I finish decorating the outside. The roof, we'll light it up. We'll do the stars, and I'll probably release that one on Christmas. Perfect. So now to the last giant Ficsmas tree upgrade, number 4. We need 500 of the stars. So first off, let's move away from the snow blasters because it's doing me head in. And then we'll look them up. Ficsmas Wonder Star. We need 5 per minute wreaths, 20 per minute candy canes, and 1 Wonder Star.
BEDplaysGAMES.